What's going on, friends? Welcome back to College Sports Corner. Back in the dining room again today. Uh, had a cat that had surgery the other day, so she is recuperating in the room I usually do the video from. Uh, Hopefully, be back in there Thursday again. But anyway, she's resting comfortably. She got a little cone on her neck, the cone of shame. But she didn't do anything wrong. She just had surgery, so I don't know if you can call it a cone of shame. But anyway, hey, Super Bowl Sunday. You gonna watch that? I'll probably watch it later. I think Kansas City's probably gonna do it, but who knows what's gonna happen there. Uh, Today we're gonna go over Thursday, Friday, Saturday of this past week. Got a few news items here, not too many. Past weeks we've had a lot of news items, but this today not so many too much. So we'll go over those, go over some scores. Before we start, hit that little subscribe button so you don't miss anything. With that, let's get right to it. Okay, so remember OU and Texas, they weren't so sure a few days ago if they were going to leave the Big 12 after next season. Well, it turns out they worked out a deal, I guess, and they are. They'll leave after this upcoming season, join the SEC 2024, but they will forego $100 million in TV revenue distribution to do so. And on the flip side, they also will not receive a full SEC share their first year in the conference. So leaving some money behind and not gaining any to jump conferences. It is what it is in college sports. Some sad news here. Tarleton State, longtime assistant football coach, and he was a player there, Mark Martinez. Evidently, he got in a car wreck and he passed away. I don't know the details what happened there, but anyway, prayers to Coach Martinez, his family, and everybody at Tarleton State. Too many people dying lately, we've been reporting. I mean, that's just horrible and tragic. Wish it would stop, but, I guess that's life. Vandy beat Tennessee, stormed the court. SEC fined them $250K. That's the second time in this college sports season Vandy's been fined. They also got fined for storming the football field after beating Florida. So Vandy's racking up the field court storming fines. Hey, maybe in baseball and softball, maybe they'll get a fine there, huh? Never know. Crazy story. New Mexico State basketball program has suspended operations and play among hazing allegations. Coaching staff has been put on administrative leave. They were supposed to play Cal Baptist yesterday, and apparently this all happened while they were there, wherever Cal Baptist is, I forget. It happened there, and the school called them all back home, suspended operations, put coaching staff on administrative leave. So that game was canceled. I don't know when they're going to play again. Cal Baptist actually played another team, West Coast Baptist, and beat them 132-46. So the trouble for New Mexico State may have worked out for Cal Baptist. I don't know. I guess we'll see how that works out. But yeah, no word when they're going to start playing again. Yeah, I guess they're going to do an investigation and everything. So, hazing is okay if it doesn't go too far. I mean, if people are getting hurt or doing things that, illegally, then yeah, but if it's just, hey, drink all these Mountain Dews till you puke or something, big deal. I mean, but I don't know what they did. I guess it'll come out later, but we'll see. All right, so go back to Thursday. Again, all these records and the rankings are where these teams were at that day of the game, so things change. 20-6 Liberty beat Bellarmine by 20 points. McGee for Liberty scored 21 points. 17-9 Eastern Kentucky beat Queens 84-80. Queens, even though they lost, McKee had 27 points and he was 4 for 6 on 3-point shooting. 15-11 Fairleigh Dixon beat Long Island by 1 point. 15-11 Florida Gulf Coast beat North Florida by 2 points. 14-11 Gardner Webb beat Radford 61-48. Number 1 Purdue, man, they keep rolling. They were 23-2 back on Thursday. They beat 15-9 Iowa 87-73. Purdue Smith 24 points, 4 rebounds, followed by Lawyer, 17 points. And Edey What happened to Edie? Only 14 points, only 14 rebounds? I don't know if he had the flu or what. Iowa's Murray, 24 points. For Braca, 17 points, 5 rebounds. Purdue, 55% from the field. Iowa was 45% from the field. 13-13, Georgia Southern beat 17-9 James Madison, 76-73. Georgia Southern Savarson, 22 points, 10 rebounds. A nice game for him. 20-6, Marshall beat Coastal Carolina, 92-74. Marshall's Taylor, 33 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Hell of a game for him. 15-10, Old Dominion beat Georgia State by 3 points. 14-10, Stetson beat Jacksonville by 3 points. 23-2, Florida Atlantic beat 15-9 Rice, 90-81. Florida Atlantic's Golden, 19 points, 9 rebounds. Behind him, Davis and Martin, 16 points each. Rice's Oliveri, 27 points, 5 rebounds, followed by Evie, who had 25 points. Evie's a good player. We're always talking about him when we mention a Rice game. Florida Atlantic took the lead in the first 2 minutes of this game. Never relinquished it. Rice just couldn't go up, pass them up. 11-15, UMKC beat 15-10 Western Illinois, 76-64. Allen from Missouri, Kansas City, 26 points. 8-18, Little Rock beat 16-10 Morehead State, 72-68. 17-8, Milwaukee beat Detroit, 94-89. 14-11, Western Kentucky beat 15-10 Middle Tennessee by 4 points. 17-7, Northwestern beat 11-13 Ohio State, 69-63. Northwestern's Bowie, 19 points, followed by Barnheiser, 19 points, 4 rebounds off the bench. Ohio State Sewing, 19 points, 8 rebounds, followed by Thornton, who had 12 points. Northwestern, 46% from the field. Ohio State was 50%. Northwestern, 12 for 29 when they're shooting 3-pointers. Ohio State, 1 for 14 on 3-pointers. Northwestern and Purdue, they play today in Evanston. 1 o'clock, I believe. It's probably going to be a pretty good game. A little Super Bowl tune-up. Oral Roberts, another one who's coming along. It's going to be interesting to see how far they get in the tournament. But back on Thursday, they were 22-4. They beat 17-9 beat 16-11. I'm sorry, St. Thomas, Minnesota, 95-88. Oral Roberts Obamas, 27 points, 7 rebounds. 17-9, SIU beat Lindenwood, 63-58. 2 overtimes, 20-5 North Texas. That's another team to watch. Beat 17-8 UAB, 82-79. North Texas Perry, 28 points, 4 rebounds. Hunter Berry and Osman, 15 points each. Walker for UAB had 20 points, followed by Gaines, who had 12. Both shot 46% from the field. North Texas shot 23 for 25 free throws. Only missed 2 of them. 16-9, Texas A&M Corpus Christi beat Houston Christian, 91-68. 19-7, Kennesaw State beat Jacksonville State by 2 points. 6-9, McNeese beat 14-11 Southeast Louisiana by 3 points. 8-18, Eastern Illinois beat 15-11 UT Martin by 2 points. 22-4, Southern Miss beat 20-5 Louisiana, 82-71. Southern Miss, Louisiana, 2 more teams to keep an eye on, see how they do postseason. Pickney for Southern Miss, 22 points, 6 rebounds. Brown for Louisiana, 25 points, 8 rebounds. Louisiana actually led this game by 5 points at halftime. 15-11, Northern Alabama beat Austin Peay, 70-57. 14-10, Charlotte beat UTEP, 62-53. 16-10, Lipscomb beat Central Arkansas, 93-81. 13-12, Weber State beat 17-9 Montana State by 10 points. 17-8, Northwestern State beat Texas A&M Commerce by 6 points. 15-11, Troy beat South Alabama 61-57. Number 16, 20-5, Gonzaga beat 15-12 San Francisco 99-81. Bolton for Gonzaga had 23 points. 15-11, Tennessee State beat Southeast Missouri State 85-65. 17-8, Southern Utah beat Tarleton State by 10 points. 16-9, UC Riverside beat 14-10 UC Davis 72-65. Number 7, 20-4, UCLA beat Oregon State 62-47. Bailey for UCLA had 24 points in that one. 17-8, Arizona State beat Stanford by 4 points. Arizona State's Horn, 18 points, 6 rebounds. 9-17, Pepperdine beat 16-11 BYU by 12 points. Porter for Pepperdine, 30 points, 10 rebounds. Finishing off Thursday night, 16-8, UC Irvine beat Cal Poly by 1. 18-8, Santa Clara beat San Diego 80-75. Overtime, 17-9, Loyola Marymount beat number 15, 21-5, St. Mary's 78-74. Loyola Marymount Shelton, he had 31 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. And Mirko Valdez, I think that's how you say his name, probably butchering it, but he had 15 points. For St. Mary's, Johnson had 31 points, 5 rebounds, followed by Mahoney, 24 points, 4 rebounds. Loyola Marymount, 46% from the field. St. Mary's was 42%. Loyola Marymount, 53% from three-point line. St. Mary's was 32% from three-point line. And ending Thursday, number 4, 22-3, Arizona beat Cal, 85-62. Arizona's Tubeless, 23 points, 14 rebounds. Not too bad. The last game, 19-4, UC Santa Barbara beat 14-11 Long Beach State by 3 points. Moving on to Friday. Well, this first game, I think it was actually on Thursday, but it was so late, they put it on Friday. 18-7, Hawaii beat UC San Diego, 69-62. 20-5, Kent State beat Buffalo, 72-65. 14-9, Ryder beat Fairfield, 58-57. 17-7, Iona beat Canisius, 80-59. 15-11, Cleveland State beat Robert Morris by 2 points. 14-13, Butler beat number 13, 19-7, Xavier by 2 points. Taylor for Butler had 20 points, 6 rebounds. 20-6, Youngstown State beat Purdue Fort Wayne, 81-72. 16-9, Siena beat Mount St. Mary's, 72-65. Ely for Siena, 23 points in that one. 14-9, Niagara beat 17-8, Quinnipiac, 79-73. 14-11, Ohio beat 17-8, Akron, 90-81. Ohio's Hunter, 25 points. Ohio hit 10 out of 16 3-points in that one. 17-9, Dayton beat 16-9, St. Louis, 70-56. 13-13, Air Force beat 19-6, New Mexico, 89-77. Heat breeder for Air Force, 26 points. Air Force also shot 66% from the field and 53% from three-point land. So they had a hell of a game against a good team. 16-11, Wright State beat 15-11, Northern Kentucky, 83-65. 20-6, Nevada beat Fresno State, 77-66. Nevada shot 55% from the field, 50% from three-point land, 89% from the free throw line. Nevada, maybe another team to watch here, what they do here in the next month or so. All right, so getting to yesterday. A lot of good games yesterday. Some upsets, some crazy things happened. Officiating, especially the Duke, Virginia game, I think it was. So let's get to it. Number 22, 20-6, North Carolina State beat Boston College by 30 points. NC State's Joyner, 26 points in that one. 19-8, Colgate beat Bucknell by 20 points. Richardson for Colgate, he had 19 points. 18-7, Pitt beat Florida State, 83-75. Burton and Henson for Pitt each had 19 points. Number 10, 20-6, Marquette beat Georgetown, 89-75. A lot of people saying after the season, Georgetown's going to get rid of Patrick Ewing. It'd be sad to see that happen because he's a legend there, but hey, you got to do what you got to do to win, huh? 15-11, St. John's beat number 20, 18-7, Providence, 73-68. St. John's Jones had 16 points, 7 rebounds. 15-10, Georgia beat 16-9, Kentucky, 75-68. Georgia's Oquendo, 21 points, Hill had 15 points. Kentucky's Toshibwe, I think that's how you say it. I always butcher the guy's name. 20 points, 14 rebounds. Good game for him. Reeves behind him had 20 points, 6 rebounds. Georgia, 41% from the field. Kentucky was 39%. Georgia 32% from three-point land. Kentucky was 35%. Georgia 86% from free throw line. Kentucky was 85%. A lot of people calling for Calipari's hit after this one on Twitter. A lot of the fans, a lot of the people that cover Kentucky sports are saying, he's done. Let's just move on to something else. Guess we're going to see what happens. 17-8 Maryland beat 14-11 Penn State 74-68. Hart from Maryland, 23 points, 5 rebounds, followed by Young, 18 points, 4 rebounds. Penn State's Clary, he led the way, 17 points. Maryland, 53% from the field. Penn State was 51% from the field. Number 5, 20-5 Texas beat 15-10 West Virginia, 94-60. Texas's Rice had 24 points, followed by Carr, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 3 steals, too. Matthews Jr. for West Virginia, 13 points, 5 rebounds. Texas was 47% from the field. West Virginia was 35%. 17-8 Duquesne beat St. Bonaventure by 2. 17-10 UMBC beat 16-9 Bryant. Even though Bryant lost, Gross Bullock, 39 points. And he hit 7 out of 11 of three-pointers. Maybe some of the other guys stepped up. Bryant would have won, but hey, it looks like he did all the work. Number 9, 20-5 Kansas beat Oklahoma 78-55. Wilson for Kansas, 18 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. 13-10 Wagner beat LIU Brooklyn 58-46. 12-15 Bellarmine beat 16-11 Queens College by 4 points. Johnson from Bellarmine, 29 points in that game. 15-11 Navy beat Army 70-53. Nelson for Navy, 23 points, 9 rebounds. 9-18 Holy Cross beat 15-10 Americans 74-66. Holy Cross's Montgomery, 20.7 rebounds. 18-7 Ball State beat Bowling Green 93-72. 18-9 Belmont beat Illinois Chicago 98-71. 19-8 Bradley beat Murray State 83-48. Alabama Auburn, the old Iron Bowl from, I don't know what they call it, basketball. But anyway, number 3, 21-3 Alabama beat their rival 17-7 Auburn 77-69. Alabama's Griffin, 16 points. Sears, 15 points, 6 rebounds. Auburn's Green Jr., 24 points, 3 rebounds, followed by Williams, 16 points. Alabama, 59% from the field. Auburn was 32% from the field. Alabama and Auburn both 29% from three-point land. Alabama, only 57% free throw shooting. Auburn was 85%. Auburn, 13 offensive rebounds and 9 steals. Bama had 7 steals and 5 blocks in this one. These two, they may meet again in the SEC tournament. They may meet again in the national tournament. We'll see what happens. 13-10 Brown beat 15-8 Cornell, 80-66. 18-9 James Madison beat Coastal Carolina, 73-66. 9-15 Dartmouth beat 16-7 Princeton, 83-76. Dartmouth's Alkin, 25 points in that one. 21-6 Drake beat 19-8 Southern Illinois, 82-59. Drake's Penn, 21 points, 8 assists. Number 23, 17-8 Creighton beat number 21, 19-7 UConn, 56-53. Creighton's Alexander, 17 points. Sonogo for UConn, 17 points also, but he added 10 rebounds. Creighton, 40% from the field. UConn was 32% from the field. Creighton was 31% from three-point land. UConn was 26%. Creighton had 9 steals in this game. UConn had 18 offensive rebounds, but they had 13 turnovers. In overtime, 14-11 Drexel beat 17-8 Towson, 73-66. 20-6 Furman beat 14-12 Western Carolina, 93-59. Even though they lost, Western Carolina's Jackson had 27 points in that one. 23-2 Florida Atlantic beat 13-11 La Tech, 90-85 in overtime. Florida Atlantic's Martin, 26 points, 4 rebounds. Behind him, Davis, 19 points, 6 rebounds. Florida Atlantic, another team to keep an eye on. 14-12 George Mason beat Rhode Island, 65-67. 21-6 Marshall beat Georgia State, 88-77. Kinsey from Marshall, 37 points, hit 12 out of his 14 3-point attempts. Marshall, another one to keep an eye on. It's going to see when this tournament starts, I guess what you say, little guys. What little guys take out what big guys? Because there's a lot of little guys that play great basketball this year. 14-11 Penn beat Harvard 80-72. 19-8 Hofstra beat Monmouth 86-57. 17-7 Illinois beats number 24 16-9 Rutgers 69-60. Illinois Hawkins 18 points, 8 rebounds. Shannon Jr. and Danger had 15 points each. Rutgers McConnell and Omarui, I think that's how you say it, 14 points each. Illinois 48% from the field. Rutgers was 35% from the field. 16-9 North Carolina beat 18-7 Clemson 91-71. North Carolina's Love 23 points, followed by Baycott 19 points, 11 rebounds. Clemson's Hall 18 points, 3 rebounds, followed by Hunter 15 points, 4 rebounds. North Carolina 48% from the field. Clemson was 45% from the field. North Carolina 46% 3-point shooting. Clemson was 35% 3-point shooting. Clemson did turn the ball over 12 times. 18-9 Indiana State beat Northern Iowa 80-62. 15-10 Virginia Tech beat Notre Dame 93-87. So high scoring in this game though. Virginia Tech's Basel 33 points. Notre Dame's Lazuski also 33 points. Both them guys came to play yesterday. 11-15 North Florida beat 14-11 Stetson 92-81. 27 NC Asheville beat Presbyterian by 4 points. 15-11 Gardner Webb beat Campbell by 4 points. 20-5 Fordham beat Davidson by 2 points. 18-9 Sanford beat the Citadel 76-70. Sanford's Marshall 23 points, 7 rebounds. 23-4 Oral Roberts. Oral Roberts just keeps winning. They beat Western Illinois 82-73. And again in that game, it was Abness, 29 points in that one. 13-12 Vandy beat 13-12 Florida, 88-80. Vandy's Robbins, 32 points, 10 rebounds. 23-4 Southern Miss beat Louisiana Monroe, 76-67. 18-8 UAB beat Middle Tennessee, 92-69. In overtime, 15-10 Howard beat Delaware State, 86-85. 16-11 Florida Gulf Coast beat Jacksonville, 62-51. 17-7 Norfolk State beat Maryland Eastern Shore, 76-73. 14-10 Wisconsin lost to 12-14 Nebraska by 10 points. Nebraska's this guy Tominga, incredible player. Some of the Nebraska games I've seen, this guy's just incredible. 22 points. He was 5 for 11 on 3-point shooting. He reminds me of back in the 90s NBA. If you played the Nets or the Knicks, watch out for John Starks, because if he's open on the outside, he's going to shoot a 3. And then if you played the Jazz, John Stockton, watch out for him, because if he's open, he's going to make a 3. So this guy reminds me of. If you leave him open out there, he's probably going to hit a 3. Number 25 San Diego State beat 16-9 UNLV, 82-71. San Diego State Seiko, 18 points. Bradley, 17 points. UNLV's Harkless, 24 points. Gilbert had 19 points. San Diego State, 52% from the field. UNLV was 41% from the field. San Diego State, 43% from three-point land. UNLV was 27% from three-throw land. San Diego State had 18 turnovers in this game. UNLV stole the ball 10 times. San Diego State still won. Crazy. Number 14, 19-6 Baylor beat number 17, 17-8 TCU, 72-68. Baylor's Flager, 28 points, followed by Cryer, 23 points. TCU's Ball, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 10 assists. Baylor was 46% from the field. TCU was 53%. Baylor made 10 out of 25 three-point attempts. TCU only made 2 out of 10 when they shot threes. Baylor, 12 for 13 from the free throw line. TCU was 10 for 16 from the free throw line. Number 8, 19-4 Virginia beat 17-8 Duke, 69-62. Virginia's Franklin, 23 points, followed by Clark, who had 16 points. Roach for Duke, 16 points. Virginia, 52% from the field. Duke was 45% from the field. Virginia, 29% from three-point land. Duke was 39% from three-point land. Duke had 18 turnovers in this game. Kind of controversial at the end, a call or non-call. ACC put a statement out about it. They said they talked to the teams about it. They talked to the officiating crew about it. It's out there if you want to read it. I've read it. And I was like, oh, okay. All right, cool. And I got on with my life. 24-3 Charleston beat Hampton 83-70. Charleston's Robinson III, 30 points, 5 rebounds. 18-8 Northwestern State beat Texas A&M Commerce 72-64. 16-11 Tennessee Martin beat Arkansas Little Rock 84-61. 9-18 Eastern Illinois beat 17-10 SIU Edwardsville 84-73. 17-9 Texas A&M Corpus Christi beat Lamar 61-52. 8-19 Central Connecticut State beat Fairleigh Dixon by 4 points. 17-10 Morehead State beat Southeast Missouri 65-59. 16-10 Old Dominion beat Texas State 70-68. 16-11 Troy beat 20-6 Louisiana 80-65. Williams for Troy, 26 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. 17-9 Wake Forest beat Georgia Tech by 1, 71-70. 20-7 Kennesaw State, another one, Kennesaw State, keep an eye on them, beat Jacksonville State 74-71. 17-10 Radford beat Charleston Southern 90-71. 16-8 Grambling State beat Texas Southern 65-46. Grambling's Cotton, he had 20 points in that one. 17-8 Mississippi State beat 17-8 Arkansas 70-64. Mississippi State's Davis, 17 points. Black for Arkansas, he had 23 points, 5 rebounds. Mississippi State, 47% from the field. Arkansas was 44%. Mississippi State made 6 out of 10 3-point shots, where Arkansas made 4 out of 18. Mississippi State was 10 for 16 from the free throw line. Arkansas was 18 for 26 from the free throw line. 16-9 Oklahoma State beat number 11. 16-8 Iowa State, 64-56. Wright for Oklahoma State, 19 points. Kunk, I think that's how you say his name, K-U-N-C, Kunk from Iowa State. He came off the bench, leading scorer, 13 points. Oklahoma State, 48% from the field. Iowa State was 35% from the field. Oklahoma State also turned the ball over 16 times and still won. Number 18-7 Indiana beat 14-11 Michigan, 62-61. Jackson Davis, talk about him all the time. He broke the record last week in Indiana. It's like 6th on the list, I think, for 2,000 points and 1,000 rebounds for Indiana Hoosiers. Well, he's back at it again. 28 points, 11 rebounds yesterday versus Michigan, followed by Hood Schifano, 21 points, 4 rebounds. Michigan's Dickinson, 16 points, 7 rebounds, followed by Bufkin, who had 14 points. Indiana, 43% from the field, as was Michigan. Indiana, 2 for 6, 3-point shooting. Michigan was 5 for 20 on 3-point shooting. North Texas wins another one. Number 21-5 North Texas beats 14-11 Charlotte, 67-43. Usamain, 14 points for North Texas. Jones came off the bench. He scored 13. And Khalifa for Charlotte, 14 points in that one. 10-16 Oregon State beat 17-8 USC. Good for them, 61-58. Oregon State, 20 for 64 from the field, 6 for 21 from three-pointers. USC, 14 3-point attempts, made 1. Could have had a lot to do with it because they only lost by, 3 points. Number 15, 22-5, St. Mary's beat Portland, 81-64. St. Mary's Johnson, 34 points in this one, 4 for 8 when he shot 3-pointers. Man. 19-7 Eastern Washington beat Idaho, 73-66. 18-6 Sam Houston beat Abilene Christian, 77-62. 19-6 Missouri beat number 6, 19-6 Tennessee by 1 point, 86-85. Mizzou's Brown, 21 points, 5 rebounds. Golston, 18 points. East the second, 17 points. For Tennessee, Key came off the bench, 23 points, 6 rebounds. Vescovi, 16 points, 5 rebounds. Mizzou, 53% from the field. Tennessee, 45% from the field. Missouri was 14 for 26 when they shot three-pointers. Tennessee was 12 for 28 in that category. 15-9 Central Florida beat Tulsa 96-52. 17-9 Cincinnati beat South Florida 84-65. 16-9 Rice beat Florida International 85-78. Rice's Oliveri 28 points, 9 rebounds, followed by Evie 24 points. 21-6 Liberty beat Eastern Kentucky by 10 points. Liberty's McGee 28 points and he made 4 3-point shots. Number 19, 20-5 Miami beat Louisville 93-85. Even though they lost, Ellis for Louisville had 33 points in that game. Poor Louisville. 20-7. NC Wilmington beat Northeastern 71-59. NC Wilmington's White 23.7 rebounds. 19-8 Santa Clara beat 17-10 Loyola Marymount 71-69. Santa Clara's Pozisky. I can't say it. Anyway, hell of a game for him. 30 points, 5 rebounds. Shelton for Loyola Marymount, 36 points. Santa Clara, 23 for 45 from the field. Loyola Marymount was 23 for 62. Santa Clara, 5 for 11 when they shot 3 points. Loyola Marymount, 7 out of 29. They chunked up 29 3-pointers. Only made 7 of them. Santa Clara, 20 for 24 from the free throw line. Loyola Marymount, 16 for 17 from the free throw line. 13-12, Texas Tech beat number 12, 19-6 Kansas State, 71-63. Tex Harmon, 20 points, followed by Washington, who had 13 points. Kansas State's Knoll, 18 points, followed by Sills, who had 12 points. Texas Tech, 42% from the field. Kansas State was 35% from the field. Texas Tech turned the ball over 17 times. Had 14 steals, though. Kansas State turned the ball over 23 times in this one. 15-10 Vermont beat 20-7 UMass Lowell, 93-81. Vermont Sullivan, 25 points in that one. 18-8 Milwaukee beat Oakland by 3 points in overtime. 17-6 Yale beat Columbia, 99-68. Noling for Yale, 22.7 rebounds. 18-9 Longwood beat High Point by 3 points. 15-11 South Dakota State beat South Dakota. Jackrabbits versus Coyotes. Jackrabbits won 72-67. 19-6 Toledo beat Eastern Michigan 70-63. Even they lost, Eastern Michigan's Acuff 36 points and he made 7 3-pointers. Man. Another one that looks like he did all the work and the rest of the team took a break. 16-9 Stephen F. Austin beat UT Rio Grande Valley by 10 points. 19-6 Boise State beat Wyoming 75-63. 18-8 Arizona State beat Cal in overtime 70-62. Sun Devils Cambridge Jr. 24 points. He made 4 3-pointers in this one. 18-9 Montana State beat Idaho State 58-52. 12-13 Villanova beat 15-11 Seton Hall by 4 points. The last of these games for yesterday. 11-14 Stanford beat number 4, 22-4 Arizona. I was kind of shocked. Good game, though. This is a good game. Stanford beat them 88-79. Stanford's O'Connell, 22 points, followed by Jones, 18 points, 6 rebounds. Ramey for Arizona, 26 points, 6 rebounds. Stanford was 61% from the field. Arizona was 46%. Arizona looked good shooting the ball. I guess the Stanford just, I don't know, drank some gasoline or something. They were just a little bit better. Stanford hit 10 for 18 3-point shots. Arizona, 14 for 35. They chunked it up from 3-point line 35 times. Stanford was 12 for 19 from the free throw line. Arizona was 9 for 11. You just kept waiting for Arizona to say, brush them away and go on, but it just never happened. 17-11 St. Thomas, Minnesota beat Missouri, Kansas City by 30 points. 20-6 Utah Valley beat 17-9 Southern Utah, 90-83. Utah Valley's Darthard, 31 points in that one. 16-11 Northern Alabama beat 16-11 Lipscomb by 10 points. This game, I watched this one. 18-7 Texas A&M beat 12-13 LSU 74-62. Taylor the fourth, A&M, 23 points. He hit 5 3-point shots. LSU leading scorer was Miller, 18 points. He hit 4 3-point shots. A&M 48% from the field. LSU was 42%. A&M 50% when they shot 3-pointers. LSU was 35%. A&M 81% from the free throw line. LSU was 62%. LSU or Aggies pretty much dominated the entire first half. There was a time, 7 minutes in the first half, LSU scored 2 points, and then that was it for the next 7 minutes. And in that time, A&M scored 14. LSU just wasn't there in that first half, but then right before the first half ended, they hit a 3-pointer that kind of sparked something because they came out from halftime, played a heck of a lot better than they did. Actually got the game into single digits. I think about 8 points is where they got it to. But then A&M just started walking away slowly from them. But hey, LSU, they almost did it, but Aggies kept them off. Number 16, 21-5 Gonzaga beat 16-12 BYU 88-81. Gonzaga Strother, 26 points, 5 rebounds, followed by Timmy, 19 points, 7 rebounds. BYU's Johnson and Traore, 17 points each. Gonzaga was 51% from the field. BYU was 48%. Number 7, 21-4 UCLA beat 15-11 Oregon, 70-63. UCLA's Jaquez Jr., 25 points, 12 rebounds, followed by Clark, who had 13 points. Oregon's Cousinard, 19 points, followed by Dante, who had 13 points. UCLA, 42% from the field. Oregon was 44%. UCLA, 6 for 11, 3-point shooting. Oregon turned the ball over 16 times. A lot of people online saying, my God, we actually got to look at this Oregon court while they're watching this game. A lot of people don't like the Oregon court. So 16-12, San Francisco beat Pepperdine by 8 points. 15-10, San Jose State beat 19-7 Utah State, 69-64. San Jose State's Moore, 27 points. 20-4, UC Santa Barbara beat UC Davis by 10 points. Santa Barbara's Mitchell, 24 points on that one. 18-8, Seattle beat 16-9 Grand Canyon, 63-58. Seattle Schumacher, 26 points, 8 rebounds. 17-9 Utah beat 14-12 Colorado, 73-62. I caught the last 10 minutes of that game. 14-12 Cal Baptist beat West Coast Baptist 132-46. Remember we talked about New Mexico State. Hazen people got called back, so Cal Baptist had to play West Coast Baptist. Cal Baptist is stoned, 36 points in that one, 132-46. Now, the record for West Coast Baptist is at 0-2. They only played 2 games. I mean, they've been canceled for some reason. I don't know. I was actually researching that because the 0-2 kind of intrigued me. Never could find anything, so I don't know. 15-11 Long Beach State beat Cal State Bakersfield by 10. 17-8 UC Irvine beat 16-10 UC Riverside 83-64. Irvine's Baker, 23 points, 5 rebounds. Last but not least, 14-12 Cal State Fullerton beat 18-8 Hawaii by 1 point, 52-51. So that is it. Enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday. As far as basketball, who's it? Temple and Memphis. I think they play here a little bit. Michigan State and Ohio State, I know they play later. It's a shame neither one of them are better than they are, but hey. 1 o'clock, though. Purdue at Northwestern. That might be a pretty damn good game. Get you started for the Super Bowl. Watch it while you're barbecuing or whatever. If you're going to a Super Bowl party, be careful. I can't tell you how many times on Monday we read about some drunk 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, kills somebody or kills themselves. So if you're going to a Super Bowl party, you can have some beverages. Cool. Just be careful on the way home. Anyway, we'll see you Thursday. We're going to go over today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, tomorrow's Monday. It sucks, but stay busy. It'll go by fast, and we'll see you next time.